Um, just want to share my practice recently, actually over time. Um, the take this out. The practice has become much stronger lately. It was, I think, early on when I just came to practice. We didn't have the benefit of the translation, and there's a lot of things I didn't understand. So I just focused on my question. I think that was, in retrospect, probably an advantage because I didn't have any other um, preconceptions about the practice. Um, and then as I started reading the different um, Buddhist texts, Surangama Sutras, and some of the other sutras, um, Empty Clouds story, it made it more difficult with my practice. And lately, I've kind of come through that, and my practice has become very much stronger. And just a lot of things been going on in life in general, and I really uh, focus on my practice, as I've said before, throughout the day, whether I'm at work, dealing in a anytime I have a chance to practice walking the dogs, whatever, I find uh, it's a great comfort where my practice is, and it's interesting. I've had a number of friends who have passed away recently, become very ill, um, and I've always been curious about death to a with a level of fear, but now my curiousness is more, no, not that I want to die. I'm enjoying my life, I enjoy our practice, I enjoy my family, I enjoy being here. And I do really appreciate all of the efforts you've made to bring the interpretation on a regular basis. It really is been a big help. Um, but my view on life has become much more, I think, positive in many ways, less fearful, um, and just more curious about other things that are out there. And my view of the world, when I look at things, I really clearly see the impermanence, the delusional world that we have out around us, and it's almost funny when you really look at it. Um, so, anyways, I just wanted to let you know how all thankful I am for our practice and the support that Ty, you've given me, the Sang, and I hope I give the same um, support back to everybody else. So just wanted to thank you very much.
For us, we still are in the progress of practicing. And the word from Empty Clouds and Master said that to go to the Huatou, we need to leave the tail word. So tail word is all about what we gaining, or about what we fearing, or about what we want to attain in of something. So that is the tail word. So if we attach into the thing at real, we will be suffering. We still in the one thought of ignorance. So how can we attach into it? How can we hold in on this? For example, this physical body, it's always keep continue going on to old age, sickness, and died. And we cannot control it. But we know that this physical body is a result of the karma we did in the last life, and in the future life, physical body will be turned by this life what we have created. And if we keep attached into this physical body, and we cannot be able to liberate our self-attachment. And and if the physical body turning out will be result of what we are doing in this life. So just don't worry about anything. Don't consider of anything, because our habit, we always arise a lot of discrimination, a lot of differentiation, and we always want to define of some things, but we just need to keep on practicing. The practice is really difficult for us. It's just like we climb up to the mountain with a really slippery mountain. So we climb up one step, we fall back so many steps. It's really difficult for us to climb up to the top of the mountain. Our understanding is the knowledge of the brain is still limited in the duality. The knowledge of the brain is arise a lot of discrimination, with making us to judge in order to want to gain in the self ego from other. That's why the world have different affliction between house to house, families to families, country to country, and the world being created by the self-attachment, by self and other, by right and wrong. For Buddhism, we have no discrimination. We eliminate all discrimination, eliminated all the self-attachment and ignorance. Based on practicing, the less we the more we eliminate the self-attachment, the less self-attachment we will be, and the less suffering we will become. And for the person who don't practice, they see always in sickness and die, they really suffer, really scared. But we practice, we experience on impermanent, we don't see is suffering, because we know that we have been reborn in a different body, different way, and we have experienced in suffering of samsara for so long, and now we practice, we experience about those things is not real, and it keep continuing going on and on. So we need to practice to control our mind, mastering our mind from the birth and death. That is the way we see the right Dharma. That is the idea we recognize our path. And the more we practice, the more we have trust in the mind and practice diligently. And the more we practice, the more we clearly on all the teaching of the Paisha and the Buddha. So just keep on practicing. And the thought of we worrying of we're not really sure about the future yet, that is a good sign for us to focus in practicing. Not just only one Dharma, all the Dharma return to one. And that is a good condition for practitioner, which motivate us to keep on practicing diligently, because we see the profits, the result of what we have learned from the wise teacher and Dharma friends, and diligently in practice. And gradually we will trust our mind completely. Just like we have the 10% trust in our mind, we will maintain 10% of doubt, and we will get enlightenment 10%. So now we just have like 1% of trust in mind, 1% of practicing maintaining doubt, and we may get enlightenment 1%, but we need to get deep into the practice. We need to get deep into the complete trust in mind and attaining Buddhahood. Do you understand? Thầy asked. Anything else you would like to share or ask?
anything else?